Hey man, hey man, just when I get out of my dump and just knowing that predictable environment there, and especially how I'm being treated, especially from certain coworkers that have such inconsistent moods and all that, right? You know, one day, yeah, you seem to be cool with me, and the next day it's like you're not, and I'm tired of dealing with that. And these are the same people, you know, that I've worked with for 10 years or a little over 10 years now, and I'm just sick and tired of it, especially with all the drama that I've been going through, and especially after the January 9 incident, and the fact that I've been called useless by, you know, one of my own family members and all that. But, you know, that's history since, you know, that whole incident has been done and over with. But even with that, I mean, the fact that my dump is what it is, it's like, it's, you know, you got a company president that, you know, yes, you know, he liked my new summer template for, you know, the flyers that I do. But, you know, when he mentioned that to, you know, the sales team, it's like he couldn't even give me any credit, man. I was like, what's this, dude? It's and it's always been the case. You know, I hear him tell the sales team, and the sales are, oh, I update the flyer, I update this, I update that. It's always him, when he couldn't even give us the credit. You know, me and my coworker, you know, who did most of that marketing, you know, ads and the website, you know, in the case of my coworker. But my goodness, this is exactly why I need to go. And unfortunately, you know, I had all the peace just for most of the day, and, you know, now all of a sudden I'm in beast mode again. How much longer am I going to be in beast mode, you know, every time I get out at 5:30? For goodness sake, I'm sick and tired of leaving at 5:30. I'm tired. That's why I don't get enough time. And now we're eating dinner a little bit earlier now. So anyways, man, you know, all these problems are never going to be solved. And knowing me, never going to be able to change as a person or grow as a person if I'm still in this dump, being surrounded by a bunch of, as Julio would quote it to me, rubber knives. You know, how can I stay sharp with a bunch of rubber knives around me? You know, I'm pretty sure he's referring to all those robots, those robot lifers in that dump, right? So my thing is, you know, as I came out, I was in beast mode again, just, you know, saying what I'm saying and all that. And but you know, as soon as I got to the park, you know, and before I even get to what I was gonna say, man, it's at a point now where almost every single day I'm out of his dump, just so I can just relax, you know, clear my mind. I have to be at that park. I have to be somewhere to walk around, even if it means my home park, you know. And that's what I just did. I walked around, you know, just knowing I need to clear my mind from just being in that dump. And, you know, like I said, just how I'm being treated, you know, on a daily basis, and especially with certain coworkers who, you know, I mean, there's just no consistency in them. You know, like I said, one day he's cool with me, the next day it just seems like he's not, and whatever the case may be. And some of those people, like, barely ever talk to me. I get it. Julio said it to me. I'll never forget what he said. We can't control who we work with. Let me add to that. We also can't control who we live with, right? But we can control who we're friends with, this and that, right? I get all that. I'm not, you know, I'm not denying anything he said there. But here's the problem, though. I've been with most of these guys, these same guys, you know, for so long, and it's almost like I wonder what I've done wrong to some of these people, and that frustrates me because, you know, apart from me already feeling useless in that dump, you know, I'm always sitting there wondering what I've done wrong to these guys. And it's a shame. It's a shame. It's a damn shame. That's why I can never be me. Always having to drag myself out of bed and just, knowing of their, their personalities or characters. And it's like, I'm telling you, it's never going to be like how it was the first several years. When we got a lot of these cool people, when we had a normal employee capacity then, now it's to a point where, like, it's all lifers at this point. It's like, I don't even belong. So I think I'm not getting any more learning opportunities there. That's why I can never grow. And you got Julio telling me I won't grow professionally until I grow as a person. Well, I can't grow as a person if I'm still in that dump. So I mean, I have to get the hell out of there in order for me to grow as a person. Because otherwise, my focus is lost. It's constantly lost. And every time I'm working, I'm being surrounded by my own ex-close friendships memorial wall. And it's just sad, dude. I'm always thinking about them. And Julio's included in that wall because of, what transpired all last year. Even though he didn't send me that cease and desist harassment letter, I still wonder who did. But, that's beside the point of this topic here. So, look, man. Let me get straight to this before I head home. I'm starting to feel signs in my body, and I hope it's not to a point, and I really hate that I'm about to say this, man, because I don't want to shout at nobody in here. Now, I'm not saying that it is for real. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but based on the constant stress that I've been feeling this week, last week even, like to a point where I'm just not feeling myself anymore. I won't say anymore, but just having trouble just trying to stay afloat, you know what I'm saying? It's getting to a point where I'm feeling these this kind of soreness, like I don't know, man. I'm feeling it in my chest. I'm kind of feeling it near my armpits. Bro, aren't those usually signs of a heart attack? Like when your armpits feel sore, they hurt, right? Or maybe one side, from what I've been told. Doesn't it take one of those armpits to hurt, in order to, as a sign of a heart attack? Who knows, man? I hope these sore the sore spots like on my chest and even like near my armpits, or even that glabella that has been pretty tight for the most part, is not a sign of what I think it is. And I don't think it's a heart attack, but I mean, dude, but it could be something else that could be pretty bad. So that may lead me to to be hospitalized, which I do not want to see happen in me. I mean, I'm trying to remember the last time I've been hospitalized. I don't think I ever have. So, look, man. With all this being said, I need to start getting desperate. I know I'm doing my edits on my basketball shooting around games, and I'm doing my podcasting and all that. I'm juggling both of those, tasks on a daily basis. But here's my thing. I need to start getting really desperate now, because there's just no way I'm going to sit myself in there just seeing everything so predictable to a point where it's becoming a same old environment that, I can no longer stand. I'm dead serious, dude. So I need to get super desperate on my job hunting. Otherwise, I'm like, with all these pains I'm seeing that I'm feeling right now, or these sore spots that I'm feeling based on my constant stress, I'll make it to a point where even, that my health is going to have to be prioritized first before my job hunting. Remember when I had that chest scare in 2019? I mean, I'm not going to detail it here, but, I got to a point where I had to prioritize my health first. And it wasn't pretty, I'm telling you, man. So I don't want that to happen again. So I need to get real desperate, or else things are going to get worse for me when it comes to my health. And I don't want to have to go through any x-rays or even just any kind of medications or whatever it is, you know. Hell, even if it means acupuncture, man. So forget the needles, man. I can't see them no more. So anyways, I gotta get desperate now because it almost seems like I'm running out of time, but I'm not. But it seems like I'm getting there. So I got the weekend. Weekends, this and that. It's nice and sunny. Thank God it's not gonna rain no more. So that being said, I'm gonna leave it at that. So just pray for me. I'm all right, and I'm pretty sure I will be, you know, in God's good grace in this cruel ass world. Peace. Thank you for watching, everyone. Like, share, and subscribe.